All right, we got a great ab exercise here for you. It's a stiff leg pull, or AKA Rockies. Sylvester Stallone made these really popular in one of the first Rocky movies. You need to get down on the floor on your back, flat, and you need to grab anything that's really solid. You can use the leg of a machine, a leg of a piece of furniture, anything that's really heavy. I got an 80-pound dumbbell here just so we didn't have to make our videographer move instead of going over there to the machine. There's a variation of ways that you can grab a dumbbell. I think the best way is to grab it right here. Instead of having two, I was experimenting with two handles here. It just doesn't feel right. It sort of compromises the rotator cuff a little bit. So just one hand over, one hand under. You want to get as far away from whatever you're holding as possible so your arms are as straight as possible. And you'll be able to feel the contraction on the abdominal wall better if you go on a flat, firm surface versus using a pad, because the spine gets more tension to the abs because of the ability to roll up on the firm surface of the floor. Okay, one hand under, over, and one hand under, over. My arms are relatively stiff. All right, now I'm going to pull my legs up. When my legs are entry level, we're probably going to keep that tailbone on the floor the whole time. And when the legs get perpendicular to the floor, just try to pulse the tailbone and then lower back off the floor about an inch, and then control it down nice and slow. Intermediate to advanced, when the legs get to a 45, you're going to want to try and pull that tailbone off and that lower back off, and stop when your legs get perpendicular to the floor. Nice and slow. Control it down. Tailbone still off. And down. I'll do a couple more, and then I'll show you a couple unique techniques. About right here, I'm going to start trying to pull the tailbone off and the lower back off. Keep that tailbone off. 3, 2, and 1. Now here's an advanced technique on top of that technique. Same thing, pull the tailbone off, lower back off. Before the tailbone comes down, stiff legs, just alternate them. Tailbone's going to come down. And then one last ending technique that intermediate or beginners might be able to use is, as you come up here, toes down towards your head, and then just little thrust, drive your heels up towards the ceiling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fight that tailbone off. Nice and slow. Now on that last technique, it's a fantastic technique at feeling the focus on the lower abs, but it gets more effective if you point your toes down towards your head and you thrust your heels up towards the ceiling. The tailbone's only coming off the floor about 2 inches. So there you go. It's a stiff-legged pull, Rockies off the floor. All right, here we go. Doc's going to demonstrate this exercise. Doc's abdominal wall is very strong, maybe as strong as mine, if not more. So he's going to be able to pull that tailbone off, and that's about perpendicular to the floor. Let's just do the first phase first. We'll end with some pulses, Doc.
Wonderful.
Pull that tailbone off. Attaboy, good. That's probably a little too high, I think. It takes it into the back just a little bit. That's about as high as I'd go right there, Doc. Now, try to keep that tailbone off as the legs sort of fall away. There you go.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, that's the key.
That should put pressure on your triceps.
Yeah, so the key is to make it more intense, like Doc just found out, is stop right there. Now to try to keep that tailbone and lower back off as the legs start to fall away. 3, and 2.
Oh, that's definitely different.
And 1. Excellent. It's very effective right down there where a lot of people have a trouble area down there. That's awesome. All right, fight that tailbone off. Come on, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Excellent.
It really hits the tris.
Very good. Yeah, you're getting a tricep stretch in there.
No, it's a muscular contraction too.
Try to relax, mentally try to put your mind down here and try to relax your triceps, just thinking about putting the tension down here. Keep that tailbone off. Legs fall away. 3, 2, and 1. Good. If you're utilizing this technique or any advanced techniques that we share with you and you feel awareness in your lower back, that's no good. Instead of feeling it right here, then you go back to the entry level or intermediate and then try that technique and then try the advanced technique in 2 or 3 weeks. Because depending on where your core is at, the strength and your experience, some of these techniques are not going to be, they're going to be a little bit too advanced. So just be aware if you get any negative feelings, slow it. That's one of the benefits of going really slow, because you get a little awareness and there's not a risk of an injury there. And then try that advanced technique in about a month down the road when you've lost a little bit of body fat and you've built some core strength up.
How many more are we doing?
Let's go 2 more. Attaboy. All right, here we go. Fight that tailbone off. Legs are falling away from you. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Last one. Stop right there. Let's bring the tailbone down, toes down towards your head. Now the toes. There you go. Now thrust 5 or 6 little pulses with your heels. Your heels up. Don't move your legs. Try to thrust your tailbone up and down. There you go. It's a real small little pulse, range of motion. Hey, you got a good six-pack wall in there, Doc. I can feel it. All right, let's try one more time. We'll come up slow. We'll point the toes down toward your head. And with stiff legs, you'll try to pulse the tailbone up.
With the heels.
Yep, with the heels leading. Because your legs were bending a little bit. It's a tough one. Okay, now up and down. Legs stay stiff. That's it. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, fight it off. Fight it off. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Bend them and relax. Good. Excellent. All right, now what I was doing there at the end, as a trainer, I've found that the touch technique really helps clients clear their mind and start to understand where they're supposed to feel the warmth and the focus. And with advanced clients like Doc on abdominal stuff, you can give them a little bit of manual resistance. So not only does it give them an awareness of where to put their mind at and feel the warmth, but also I could put very easily a little bit of manual resistance so it can have him do less reps, but it can get to failure sooner, which can be a benefit to trying to gain muscle hypertrophy. And plus, it gives me feedback too. If someone's doing something not right as a trainer, I can feel the muscle doesn't feel tense, versus if they're doing the technique right, I can feel like a tight rubber band feeling, so it's feedback for me as well. What'd you think of it, Doc?
Definitely interesting. I have not had that type of abdominal exercise before.
And are you saying that in a good way? Did you like it?
Yeah, no, it was
productive?
just surprising. I think you need at least half a dozen or more different ways to work out the abdominals, and that's definitely a different one. I've not experienced that before.
Is that one that you're going to incorporate?
Yeah, I'd like to do it. This is
the unstable.
It's a little bit challenging, and the arms are really contracting. It was almost as much working on the arms as it was the
absolutely.
abs.
Like I said earlier, I did just do this just so that Liz, our videographer, didn't have to move. But if you do the leg of a machine like that, it's much more sturdy, and then and that's much easier to hold that leg versus that dumbbell handle like this. So try to find a leg on a machine, and it'll take the upper body, the triceps out of it, and let you focus more on the abs.
All right.
All right, Doc, great job. There you go. There's another tool. Make it happen.